Hey everybody, it's me, Bryson Booker. Today is another tips from BBTV, and today I'm going to give you some tips on family reunions. Okay, so it's July. Uh, it's summertime anyway, so a lot of families, every 2 years or so. This was the year my family did a family reunion, and well, maybe your family's doing a family reunion, and you want some tips before you go. So here's 5 important tips on when going to a family reunion. Tips from BBTV. They're not that great, but they're still tips from me. Tip number 5. Don't get there too early. Wherever your family reunion is, I mean, even if it's a block from your house, don't get there too early because you'll feel like an outcast. You know why? You feel like an outcast because you're just sitting there and you're chilling, maybe texting on your phone or doing something, and everybody else around you is working. And then you feel like, well, some people, they feel like, why am I even here? I feel like an outcast, not even doing anything. And then you start to help, and then you get tired, and then you don't want to eat. No. Let me change that. You're the first person to get up and go get food, and then, ow. So to balance everything out, try to get there because I gotta be honest with you, African Americans, we have a history of not being on time to events. I don't know about the white people out there, but I don't mean to be, uh, stereotypical, but African Americans have a hard time getting the things on time. So if you're one of those few, it's okay. It is okay at a family reunion. So if you get there a little late, at least you're with the crowd and you can have a nice time. Tip number 4. Don't be the person that okay. Okay, I gotta think on this one. Let me think. Hmm. 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 Okay, I got it. I got it. Tip number 4. If you're bringing food, be sure it's something that you know your family will enjoy. Yeah, that's a good tip. Because sometimes family members bring things that everybody doesn't has never even heard of or doesn't really like. Like Chinese food, sushi. Sushi. Who brings sushi to a family reunion? No, I'm not trying to make fun of the Chinese people out there on YouTube. Maybe you want to bring sushi, but that's what you bring to your family reunion. You know, potato salad, greens. I'm not saying fried chicken because everybody thinks that all of a sudden, oh, only black people eat fried chicken. No, white people eat fried chicken too. But that's typically a family reunion dish. But if you bring something like fried squid, and you're the only one who likes fried squid, everybody else is not going to eat it. I'm sorry. They're just going to walk up to it and say, "What is this delightful dish?" Then some of them just dip their nose down there and smell it. Like, ugh, that tastes nasty. This smells nasty, man. No, I'm serious. I've seen people do that. Put their nose right in the food and smell it. What have we become? Anyway, don't bring any foreign dishes to your family reunion. Because if you want people to enjoy it, if you want people to ask you for more, well, they'll probably get on your nerves doing that. But if you if you just want people to enjoy your food, bring something they can actually like and eat. And make sure it's edible. Because some people like to bring things that are half cold and people don't like eating that. Telling you right now, if I see a bug in my potato salad, I'm blaming it on the people who made it. I'm sorry. Either that or the park where all the bugs are. Tip number 3. Make sure if you're a family coming from, I don't know, Alabama, make sure you have the proper directions to get you to the family reunion because it's really embarrassing to say, I know where I'm going, and you don't really know where you're going. You'll be like those people from Johnson's family reunion. No, Johnson's family vacation. The guy thought he didn't need the GPS, but obviously his car crashed, and then he had to have another guy come pick him up. But that's another review. Anyway, make sure you know where you're going, even if you don't have a GPS. Now, a lot of people with today's awesomely good and awesomely advanced technology, we can automatically access a GPS on our phone. But I can't because I'm stuck in the 90s and I'm going to stay there. But anyway, you can access a phone on your GPS. If you're one of those people who don't have a GPS on your phone, you use an actual GPS, which is okay too. I'm not blaming you, but just make sure to know where you're going. And another tip, try not to ask family members for directions because, okay, one person may say one thing, but then they're wrong. Or one person may say one thing, and then they're like, wait, I'm not really sure. Why don't you call him? And then you call the guy, and the guy's like, yeah, I think that's the way, but then, I don't know, why don't you call your aunt? So then you call your aunt, and then she says, yeah, you're going the wrong way. And then you're in the middle of nowhere, and you're probably going to meet Courage the Cowardly Dog while you're there too, because he's in the middle of nowhere. And anyway, you're going to be stuck. So please, know where you're going to the family reunion. Okay, tip number 2. Try to be cool with all your family members. Please, be cool with them. Even if they were the type that used to make fun of you when you were younger, I don't know, back in the 70s. And he comes, hey, and let's see, your relative comes and says, hey, dude, hey, remember when I pushed you down the slide in 75 and you got mad and you started crying and then mama had to come and put a bandage on your butt because you broke it. And then you're like, dude, and all your family members are standing right there. That's an awkward, all your family members are standing right there and you're like, dude, seriously. Everybody's laughing at you, and then it's like you want revenge. And that, when he made fun of you that day, that happened back in 2000. But now you still want revenge. So then you try to bring it back on him and say, "Hey, remember when you made fun of me at the last family reunion we had?" And then the guy may say yes or no. If he says no, don't go any further. Just say, "Okay." But if he says yes, don't go any further than that. Just say, okay. Just don't start anything with your family members because then it won't be as much fun as a family reunion should be, and it should be love and caring and seeing other family members. But when everybody's arguing over stuff that happened back in '73, it's crazy. So don't do it. Don't start any feuds. Just have a good time and have fun. Because trust me, we don't need another scene from Johnson's Family Vacation with Steve Harvey and it. I'll let you watch the movie. Anyway, tip number 1. Tip number 1. Let me think. Don't be that person who knows they can't do something like a sport. And this tip, I'm talking to adults. Okay, I'm talking to adults and kids who really are not in great physical shape. I'm not gonna say disabled because that's wrong. Anyway, if you can't do something, don't do it. If you can't play baseball because you're scared you're gonna get hit in the nuts, don't play baseball. If you don't like to do the sack racing because you're scared you're going to break your leg and trip on something and fall on the ground and everybody's going to be laughing at you, trust me, I've been there. Don't do the bag races. If you're scared that when you cook, you always mess up the food and burn the hamburgers and you also burn your hand, don't cook. Whatever you can do it. But if you can't do anything, don't do it. Plain and simple. If you can't jump on the trampoline and you're an adult, please don't jump on the trampoline. But anyway, those were my 5 important tips. Hey, it was long, but I hope it was worth it because they're important. Anyway, this was Tips from BBTV. See you next time.